Hello, I'm Peter Vicari and I'm going to explain to you how to make a simple referral and how to set a favourite. So we go into the sign in area at the top here and you put in your username and password. And once you're logged in, you should see your name and the organisation you're from underneath, and a simple screen showing the recent activity of referrals, including a referral ID number, the date it was updated, where the referral is going to and from, a little bit of progress, and you can dive in here to look at some detail about the referral activity. But we're going to go in and straight away make a referral. So that's very easy. We just click on make a referral, and in here you can see immediately that there's one of your favourites there, St Barnabas, and I'll show you how to add to that, because that's a really important thing to do. If you don't want to refer straight into there, you can list all the agencies in the network. So if we click on that one, you can see the different referral agencies that are available. If we have a look at the details about an agency, in the agency details, as you can see here, there's a lot of information, and this is kept up to date by you if you're a primary user, or whoever is the primary user at your agency. You can see details about what facilities are available, opening times, etc. And all of that can be kept up to date if you go into the system agency details. Another way of referring is to use the search function. This is something that's been in the system for a long time. If we go in there, and you can search for an agency and perhaps use a word like debt and search for the type of help you need, or even an agency name you can put in there as well, and you can search by doing that and see the agencies that are set up which have in their categories debt advice. So that's a second way of finding an agency to refer to. But if we go back into Mind, you can see up on the top right there's a green heart, and that is to add a favourite. Really important, because obviously if you're going to refer regularly to somebody, it's a good one to do. So you click on that, and then if we go back to make a referral, you'll see that Mind is now in there as well. So it's a really good way to have a shortcut to making a referral. So let's go straight in and make a referral to Mind from Shelter. Put in a mobile phone number. You can put as much information as you like, or as little, but obviously some of the fields will be mandated. Some of them won't, so that does depend on the administration for your network, and you might want to ask your network administrator about that. On here we've got almost all of the fields that are available in our Refernet system, and in yours it might be different. You might have fewer fields, and that's fine, because obviously that's what's been set for your network. You're going to put a little bit of information perhaps about the referral. Then you're going to set a category of advice, which will again be predetermined by the network administrator. And you can ask about that if you don't feel there's the right categories or outcomes in the system. You can ask them about that, but they should be preset and suitable for your agency. You can add another note that's specific to the agency, perhaps if you know somebody there. My logic here is not perhaps brilliant, but don't worry, it's just our demo system. You can add files. The usual types will be available to use: .doc, PDFs, JPEG images, etc. And then you have to click the client consent and data protection. Again, this will be specific to your network and will have been written by your network administrator in conjunction with the partners around them. And then you click create a new referral. And that then sends the referral from Shelter to Mind in this case. And at Mind, they will just get an email to say that there's some referral activity and asks them please to log into their Refernet system. No content goes with that email, so there's no way that any kind of insecure data is transmitted. They have got to log in, and we're going to do that now. We're going to log in as Mind to see the referral arrive. So it's just really to illustrate what happens at the other end. Your initial job will have been done by now. You've sent the referral, and we're just going to have a look and see what happens at the other end. So here it is, it's come in, referral number 4211, and we can have a look at the content just so you know what happens at the other end. And you can see that the referrals come from Shelter to Mind. They can accept it at that point, they can decline it immediately if they want to, but they will need to give a reason for that. The data can be exported as you can print it, or you can export it as a little CSV file, which is the sort of thing that can open in Excel. And you can send an SMS text to the customer. So let's just have a look and assume that we're going to help Margaret Janes here at Mind. And you have to also excuse the logic, as I've said, about why we're sending a debt inquiry to Mind. It's just because of it's just our demo system. We just have these arbitrary collection of agencies in there. But this presets a set of text for the message. You can write over the top of that, make it what you like. Click on send that, and so that the customer will hopefully get that message. There you go. Bing. That was to my phone, so that it tells you that the message has arrived. So you might want to add a note that goes back to Simon. You can decide whether this is a private note here. That note then will only be recorded and stay within your agency. Here, this would be Mind, for example. If I just click add a note, it will send it to Simon, and this will become a longer list as more and more people might get involved in the kind of toing and froing of information about the referral. And it's important to remember that this is just about the referral. It's not designed to be a case management system, so it really is only about sending information that's about a referral itself. And you'll see here now we've got some history building up for the referral as well. We've got the things that have happened in the last few minutes in this referral process, and of course this could happen over a period of days, possibly even weeks. So it's really important that history happens, and it tells you, when things happened as well, the date. So it's really important that it records that. You'll have heard that reminder about the text message going off in the background. And at this point, we'll just decide let's accept the referral. We haven't heard back. We didn't need to hear back from Simon, but we're just going to at some point accept it or decline it. But we'll accept this referral. So you'll now see that if I look at the history, we've got the referral has been accepted by us at Mind, and at some point you might want to add an outcome, and we'll do that here. Obviously it's not likely to happen immediately, but we'll just show you what happens. You need to put in a bit of information about it. We then select the category advice, debt again, which is what we've been working with. And against debt, there will be a series of outcome options. Again, this is all preset by your administrator, and if you want to add something to this or you want to change it slightly, you have to ask them. But that is the the outcome we're going to choose on this one, and then you can decide who back at Shelter will get notified about this outcome. And then you can either just add the outcome and leave the referral open because there may be some more information you want to deal with later about it, or you can add the outcome and close it if you're confident that it's really finished. And so we'll just close it there, and that's it. We've helped Margaret, and we've closed the referral, and everyone knows what's happened and how long it's taken, and can see the history of what's gone on. And that's the referral completed. Thank you for listening.